Did that play? This is going to annoy me. Let me just see. Maybe it's okay. Guys, did the intro play there? It's going to be one of them shows. So yes, guys, second attempt. Welcome along to another episode of the Ghostoul Podcast. Tonight, it is just me. I hope that's okay with you. So we are going to follow up from last week. So, no, Tracy, you didn't miss it. I don't know why it came up like that. It came up that the show had been missed or something, or created at 7 o'clock. Well, I hadn't even started, so I don't know what that was doing. Sometimes StreamYard is very strange, and other times it's amazing. Played the second time, oh, good, Mickey, cool. So yes, guys, firstly, I'd like to thank everybody that joined me last week for the live. It was a very in-depth, very good look at the bullshit of the paranormal, the toxic traits of people, teams, what people think of other teams and people in the field, etc. A lot of feedback, a lot of positive, lots of negative, now lots of comments. And tonight we are going to go with the toxic comments. So I hope you're ready, because that is what we will be discussing tonight. I hope that's good with you guys. We've also got a little video to play as well. So those that haven't watched last week's, like I say, I was basically fed up with people that were judging how people think of others in the paranormal, how they judge, how they investigate. Surely it's up to the individual. No one has the right to say, you can't investigate this way, you can't investigate that way. And I think it's bullshit, personally. And I think it was okay. Can people let me know if Facebook is working? I don't know if Facebook is working tonight. Again, like I said, I think StreamYard is crashing on me today. Hello, Sam. Hope you're good. Thanks for joining. So I'm not sure if it is. What are you doing? I am talking about bullshit in the paranormal. Best Grim Brian ever. How are you, sir? Thanks for commenting on the last few videos. Very much appreciated. Facebook is working. Okay, cool. It says on there that Facebook's not working. That's all. I wasn't sure, but yeah. So obviously, a lot of rubbish is going round that people aren't allowed to investigate a certain way because if they use equipment, they're fake. If they use apps, they're fake. And it's just a load of rubbish, really. You should be able to investigate how you want to, really. How was your day and how will it end? My day has been good, thank you. And it will end very soon while I'm asleep. Hope your day's been good, though. So, yes, we are going to start. Emily, hello. Hope you're good. It's going to be a short one tonight because I saw you're on with Nando and I want to watch that. So we will be on for an hour tonight, guys. And then I'm going to head over to Portal to the Paranormal and we are going to watch Emily on there. Oh, it's me, Ruben. Hello, mate. How are you? I didn't know. Not sure why it's coming up with my YouTube name. Okay, that confused me. It's all good. So yeah, so we're going to firstly start off with a little video that I saw today. Oh, I can't do that right there. Again, StreamYard's playing up. I don't know what it's doing. Video file. There we go. So this is basically. I hope this might play straight away. So let's see if it does.
If you use an app, you're immediately fake. I disagree with that massively. I'm not a fan of the apps. I hate them, actually. I bloody hate them. But if you use them, it doesn't immediately mean you're fake. That's a fact, right? I don't know where this argument comes from. If you know how to use technology, you're fake. Shut up, you dumb shit. Right? That's the dumbest argument I've ever heard. I don't like the apps, but it's really dumb to say that you're immediately fake if you use those apps. That's just my opinion. If you're going to have a community like this, I've been here for a long time. A lot of you probably don't know who I am because I'm not as popular as the others, but I've been here.
Right, so let's get rid of that. Remove. There we go. Yes, so basically, that is what we are working with this evening. That was, this is, again, what's this doing? No. There I am. Mr. Gray is one of the debunkers on YouTube, and he was there talking about apps for paranormal investigations. Wow, there's lots of stupid people on the stream tonight. Look at this dickhead, Deathstroke. What are you doing? Why do you keep writing that silly word for? Disgraceful. So yeah, basically saying that if you use apps, etc., for investigation, then you are. Can you do something with that person? There you go. Is that working? Let's delete you, you silly cunt. There you go. Sorry for my language, but when you get bellends on, Nando, yes, I'm going to be watching your show at 8:30 with Emily, so that is why we're on a fairly short show tonight. Emma, hello, hope you're good. Good evening, Mickey, Ruben, Tracy, Emily, hope you're well. Hello, Ali, hope you're good, man. Hello, Jessica. Hello, Ali, and beautiful Sadie. Yes, so obviously using equipment, etc., divides the paranormal in quite a big way at the moment, I think. And I think it's quite sad how it has divided people. And I think my video last week really hit home with people how you should be able to investigate how you want to investigate. As long as you're not faking anything, then I think that's all good. Like I said, I had so many awesome comments all over all the socials, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. It was really nice to see the community getting together, and that's what we were speaking about. Mr. Mark, hope you're good, man. Hope you're well. Mickey, I like that name. Thank you. Yes, so some of the negative comments that I had, unfortunately, though, again, like tonight, I mean, that went up to like 50 odd people watching, but they're all idiots. So it's not always the best to get the views because you get idiots on the stream. So, Elliot, how are you, mate? Hope you're good. Ruben, Hontex TV, even Ali and Sadie. Yes, so obviously some of the comments I had last week, one of them in particular was a bit stupid. It was some, I'm not going to go into detail like from the person themselves because they're probably trolls, and we get a lot of that at the moment. If you don't agree with somebody, you just get ripped, and they go really stupid, I think, and it's really sad. Hello, Jack. Hope you're good. Thanks for joining, mate. Welcome along. Says so. Some of the comments. One of them was that you shouldn't be doing anything involved with the paranormal. It's quite funny, and you shouldn't be using equipment because all equipment's fake. You shouldn't be asking for like calling out because there's nothing there. This was, I think, from a religious person, and they were like, God is there. You're not allowed to speak to spirits. If you do, you will be like cursed or something like that. And it was like, really? It was, you know, some people like, what gives people, yeah. If I don't like watching something, I won't comment on it, even if I don't agree with the video that I've watched. It's like, why would I? Like, that's given. Oh, I'm just gonna fucking. Sorry, I'm getting loads of fucking idiots. I'm just gonna get rid of everybody. Isn't God a spirit? Yes, the Holy Spirit. Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, etc. I hope you've had a good day. Yes, I have. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's what I thought, because obviously people that say that they don't like religious people, they should be spiritual, shouldn't they? But then they talk about, oh, ghosts aren't real, etc. You go to heaven, you don't come back to earth, and it's fucking stupid. Like, man, all good here. No matter what you do, what you say, there will be people who don't like your answer. If you don't like it, don't listen or watch it. Exactly. Well, pot kettle comes to mind. Exactly. It's people, a religious person. How ironic. They reckon ghosts don't exist, yet expect us to believe in God. No, I'm not. I'm not really religious. I'd like to. To be fair, I'd like to look at religion a bit more, just because the world is such a bad place. And I think there's got to be some sort of, some sort of higher power or something, some sort of being that, I don't know, just to help out. And, okay. That's good. Yeah, I'm all good, mate. Thank you. You have Annabelle down the back. Yeah, it's up there. It's actually a painting of Annabelle. So everyone liked the street. Thank you so much. But I think religion now is just too far gone, especially for Christianity and Catholics, etc. But I don't think that should influence people's view of the paranormal. Whether you enjoy it just for entertainment, whether you are really serious or you're new. I think a lot of people, when they start out, they're very naive, they're not really sure how to do it and what to do. They just basically see anything they can see on TV, on YouTube, and think, oh, that gives me like a starting level. And I think, I don't know, that is where they go from there. As a viewer watching channels, devices can help in the environment you are in and add conversations to add to the history. It doesn't mean spirits and people are fake. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I just thought that was a weird one about faith, etc., and spirits and God, and I just didn't like how somebody was so judgmental, But thank you, Cambria. That's cool. Thank you. But yeah, the divide with the equipment, etc. Now, if you haven't seen last week's video, I did say that I had really enjoyed the few investigations I've done this year so far, and it was like I was starting again. Sorry. Sorry. Yes, I get it, Mickey. I was enjoying it like I did in the early days, where it was fun rather than, oh, I have to do it this way, I have to investigate that way because that's what everyone does now. This is how we are expected to be. I just thought that was a bit silly, and I think that's why I stopped last year for 4 months, because if you're not enjoying it, don't do it, because you clearly see that the passion's not there, and it's just like, why are you doing it? What's the point? There's no point, really. And I think if you're going to do it, you got to do it how you want to do it. So you got to investigate how you want to do it. You want to go to the locations you want to go to. If you don't fancy some, don't do it. Don't go to them. You don't have to be like everyone else. Be your own person. Exactly, Jessica. That is what I'm getting to now. I'm just doing me now. That's it. Only because the two nutters together. Yeah, that's you. You're a nutter. Oh, there we go. Happy St. Paddy's Day. Yes. Anyone celebrating today? It's Paddy's Day. Hope you have a lovely Guinness-filled evening. And wherever you're watching this in the world, get the old four-leaf clovers out and the green hats, and enjoy yourselves if you are going to partake, etc. But yeah, it's just like the comments. Why do people comment? Why do they have to be idiots? Like people saying, "Oh, your videos are shit." That you need to use this bit of equipment, and it's fucking stupid. It really was stupid. I'm watching in Florida. Oh, nice. There's a couple of people that watch USA. Oh, I've got a few. Let's see if I can find some of them comments, because it was quite frustrating watching them and reading them. And it's like, these people are just absolute idiots. Oh yeah, there's some people saying you shouldn't be using any equipment because, if you want to do the paranormal properly, and when you say do the paranormal, that gives up your argument straight away. You have to debunk everything. Everything you do is fake. It's always fake. I'm like, okay, cheers. Someone called the Armchair Scientist claims that everything is explainable. Nothing is paranormal. So nothing in your video is paranormal. And I'm like, okay, cool. Most people are there just to provoke a response. Like at the beginning of this video, I got rid of a few people because they're just being idiots, and I wasn't going to rise to it. I'm just going to remove them because I'm not here for that shit. I'm fucking old enough to not care. Do religious investigators encounter more demons than non-religious investigators? Obviously, I think so, Elliot, because again, this is the film I'm going on. I don't really know any religious investigators, to be fair, that do it that way. Because they're nothing better to exactly. That sounds like Ian Lawman. Yeah, I've been doing this 18 years and never experienced a demon. Not really know if I've experienced some sort of negative spirit, only from what I've been told of the location. And if that's all we're going by, then anyone can make up anything. Do you believe in God? I'd like to believe in God, but I don't think I'm there. I think the world would be a better place if more people did. I really do. Because I think some of the morals that come with certain religions, I'd say, I think they might help people nowadays. Obviously, I'm not going into detail because you don't talk about religion. That's a big no-no. I believe there's something out there. Yeah, I'm sure there is. Like I said, I'd like to think so. I don't know what happens when we die. Do we pass over into nothing? Do we even know we've passed over? Is there a bright white light? Are our family waiting for us? Who knows? I'm pretty paranoid about people faking things, as you know, but you're the one investigator I trust 100%. I'd rather watch videos where not a lot happens sometimes, but I know it's real. Thank you, Ruben. But let me ask you a question. If I'm using an Alice box or a spirit box in my video and I don't get lots of amazing stuff from it, or even if I do, am I fake for using the equipment? because that is what I've been told I am. And that is what we discussed last week. Do you believe in karma when you reap what you sow? Yes, I do. Sarah, hello, welcome along. I really do think that. I think sometimes it's a bit slow in coming. It should be a bit quicker, but hopefully it gets to them in the end. How I was raised, when you die, you go up to heaven. That's what I think. And that's good. I'm hoping we do. I really hope we do. Does that mean you believe in hell as well? Is there a Satan and demons and Satan's minions and all that as well? Because I suppose if you have to believe in one, you got to believe in the other. Not at all. I take it that's to the fake question. Karma is a dessert best served cold. Yes. A few months later, a year later, and then it finally catches up with people. Tracy said there's no right or wrong in how to do investigations. The negative people are just followers and probably never gone out in the dark. You do what is comfortable and what you know is right for you. Exactly. I do believe there is a hell, but I just don't like talking about it because to me it's bad karma. Yeah, that I can see that. I can see where that's coming from. Excuse me. Everyone believes in what they want, and no one should tell anyone what they should believe in. Exactly, Mark. If you don't like something that someone's doing, like I say, you don't have to abuse them. You just don't listen or watch them anymore. It's quite simple, isn't it? Hey, Mickey. Hi, Admit. I hope you're good. Mr. Spotted Ghost. Hello, sir. Mark, this is the gentleman that makes the Spirit Talker app. Science isn't advanced as people think. A lot of people are living in a small bubble, a construct made to make them think a certain way. They don't see or understand the bigger picture. I'll go along with that. I think that is very much how it is. Reincarnation would be pretty cool when you die and then boom, back in the room, start getting in a new life. Sarah, I would hate that. I want to be just Mickey, just one Mickey, no one else, thank you. Kindness costs nothing, and as adults we should all be respectful and leave others alone. Bullying is never acceptable. Exactly. I wouldn't say I've been bullied in the paranormal. Well, I suppose I have in a roundabout way, but I don't know. I'm pretty much, it doesn't really sink into me. So no, it doesn't really bother me. What equipment people use, I am pretty open-minded to most things. I think if the spirits want to come through, they'll come through no matter what you use. So that's a good way to look at it, because a lot of people say, oh, if you're using a spirit box, it's just a broken radio, so you shouldn't be using that. And if you do, then you can't be taken seriously in the paranormal and you're fake. And it's like, shut up. I live in hell. Nope, I'm in hell. Like that. And I never am going to call people out for believing something else or for not believing in certain things. Do you think you would ever not believe in God? Is that an option for you going forward? I know people can change their views on life, etc. Maybe a certain thing happens in your life and your perspective changes. Would you like to have a new body, new life, have all your memories? No. I want to be floating around in my little, my little ghostly body, going and visiting people. We can't have two of you, mate. Exactly. Yeah, just Mickey on his own, but in the ground. I look at you, Mickey. Keep it good. Don't let anyone tell you different. Thank you, Jack. You're awesome, man. Thank you. Like I said, be your own person. You don't have to be someone you don't want to be. Exactly. And before I was like that. I was sort of fitting into the routine of what everyone else was expecting of me, and what in the paranormal field in particular, it's at the moment it's going a certain way where if you use any equipment or any sort of devices no matter what they are, what they do, what they what's it called? What's the word? It's been a long day. Detect. Then you're not serious. It's for entertainment purposes, and you are using it the wrong way, and you are fake, and you shouldn't be using it. They'd rather you not use anything at all and just talk to the wall. So, but as you have, but you chose to ignore it. I have what? I'm lost now, Mark. What have I done? I'm going to believe in God until I die. I will never, ever, ever stop believing about Him. That's good. I like that. I like your dedication. That's nice. Yes. I don't want to come back. I just want to mess with people. Scare them. Yeah, that'll be funny. Make them jump. Go and visit people. Haunt people that you don't like, that have done you wrong in the physical life. And again, if you don't believe in Him, I'm not going to judge you because that's your choice. Yeah, like I said, I would like to believe in something, and I'd like to be a bit more religious, to be honest. I couldn't be full on though, because I'm a bit naughty sometimes, and it would go against what is expected. But I'd like to adapt some of religious life, I suppose, to me. I don't know. Have you ever tried doing astral projection? Thought of it terrifies me, but I know somebody who has. No way, because what if I can't get back? What if Insidious film? There you go. There's a great example. The little boy goes off, he astral projects, and he ends up with the little tiptoe man with his red demon horns and that, sharpening his nails and wee tiptoe. That geezer. So no thanks. A few people have told me they can do it. That's fine. You can do it. I'm not getting involved in that. Because okay, thank you. I'll have a look. I'm 100% fake then. Oh, never mind. I told you, Mark. Yeah, exactly. Well, if you can't get back to your body. Yeah, I know. That's scary for me. Obviously, most of the stuff on the spirit box is just radio, but I've seen it used plenty of times where some things have been heard that are way too weird to be coincidence. Yeah, exactly. I always say certain radio spirit boxes, you do get radio bleed, and you get the voices, the DJs, the bits of music, but there are times when you can get little whispers, little words that pop up in between the stations, and that is what I'm looking for. So I watched Insidious, and like there were so many jump scares in it. I know they're quite good films, you know. They're pretty good. I do like the Insidious films. Hello, Jessica again. Do you have a little radio box thing? Yes, I've had many different spirit boxes over the years and different variations of them. Hi, Paul. Hope you're good, mate. Nice to see you. I'll be religious for communication. No, for communion, sorry. Anything for free wine. Sadie and I investigate the way we want to investigate and are genuine with it. Plus, we bring our own personalities and remain ourselves at all times. Exactly, Ali. And I've worked with both of you many, many occasions, and there's nothing fake about you two, and you do it very professionally. So, you know, that's good, and that's how it should be. If you try astral projection or vivid dream travel, look at your feet and you pop back. To be honest, I don't want to astral project. I really don't. I don't want an empty shell yet. My hubby nearly broke my hand in the cinema watching that. Insidious, yeah. Which one? There's been 5 now. Red Door's quite good, the newest one. You should make a video of you doing it on camera. Yes, it's a good idea. Got to get famous forever. Okay, thank you. I'll see you at 8:30. Oh, Mickey, I am good, mate. Thank you so much. Yeah, so going back to Ali and Sadie, now obviously I've worked with them, and I've used certain bits of equipment with them. There's never an issue. There's nothing, like I get an Alice box out and Ali's like, Mickey, you're not using that. You're fake. It's just everything is an experiment, as Ali always says. And I think that's how it should be. No one knows what a ghost is. No one knows what spirit is. Now, Ali's a spiritual medium, psychic medium. So he's got a bit more info on that sort of side. But there's no basis to detect like a reading. So, how can people say certain things that you can't do this or can't use that? I don't really think you can. I know you said in the past that you don't believe in the Ouija board, Mickey. Not really. I've seen some amazing stuff on it and words and coming through and letters and numbers with dates with a message for somebody that's not even on the board and people that don't even know the people that the message is about, like on a public event, etc. I've seen it so many times and it's like, oh my God, you are getting that person over there who you've never met before. You're getting his auntie come through with the name, and the age. How it works, I don't know. I don't like personally using them. I think they only work with women. I don't think they work with just men. Really don't. Thanks, Mickey. Appreciated. Likewise. Have you ever explored haunted houses? Yes, many times. Depending on where they are and the situation, they can be really good. And also, Mickey, you don't say, shut the fuck up when I start picking things up. Exactly. It's a two-way thing. I like to try different things. And Ali's not going to say that, oh, there's a man over there, he's looking at me, he doesn't like that room over there. If there's something there, he gets a message, he'll tell you. He's not going to shove it in your throat, Like, oh, you got to listen to me, I'm a medium, which a lot of people do, and I don't really like that sort of investigations, to be fair. I don't like how they are led. So working with Ali is great because, he doesn't do that. I've always wondered how scary it is exploring. It depends on where it is, what the history is. Is there a reputation of it? Is it safe? There's lots of different factors to put into that. But yeah, it's a great point. One time I went with my good friend Mark to Fort Paul and climbed up something using my spirit box. It said female voice saying, "Be careful." See, for me, that's quite interesting. Fort Paul, great place. Did you go there, Jack, when the aeroplane was there? Because that, for me, was awesome. Going up into an old bomber plane. Crazy. Going into the cockpit and all that. Brilliant, that was. But yeah, see, for me, that would be really good. If you're doing something, an act, a physical act, and a spirit box or an app or anything else comes through and basically describes or interacts, gives you a perfect response to what you're doing or what you're asking. For me, is that a ghost? I don't know. But it's definitely something to look at in my eyes, not in everybody else's eyes. We're all different. We all see the paranormal different. So, yeah. Do you believe in spirit guides and spirit animals? I do believe in spirit animals because when my eldest son he must have been about 4 or 5, he came into my mum and dad's house, and in the corner of the room, one of the rooms, he saw my old dog that had died when I was 12, I'd say, and he'd never seen a picture, and he was describing the dog to a T, and so he was saying doggy, and he told my mom exactly what the dog looked like. So for me, yes, they do exist, spirit animals. People see cats quite a lot all the time. Spirit guides, but like Sam for Derek, I don't know how in depth they can be. I do believe we have spirit guides, definitely. Yeah, we get given a guide when we're born, and I believe our life is already planned out, and if we come off that path in a major way that could end our life, we get put back in. like, what's it called, the burnt toast theory, where something distracts you and you don't go out and leave the house at a certain time when you normally would do. Your keys vanish and then suddenly they appear back where you've already looked. And it's like, I'll take them away to delay you. Now it's safe to carry on and leave the house. I believe in that as well. Those type of mediums are ego-led and not spirit-led. Exactly, Ali. I agree with you there, mate. That's such a unusual thing. Females and Ouija. Where did you experience happen that made you feel that, Mickey? Basically, my early years in the paranormal, I used to do lots of events with different teams. I used to run teams. I used to be in teams, and we all did public events. So for me, the Ouija board would always work with the females more on the board than the males. Fort Paul is fab. It is, Elliot. It's a brilliant place. Brilliant place. Love that. I went back there 2 years ago with Phil and Sarah and Jane for Are You Haunted? I remember this one time being home alone and it got really cold and then I heard my name, but then it got warm again. What, you heard your name just out of the air, the atmosphere? Was it in a particular room? Maybe something happened in that room, or was it just you were just in your house and you heard your name? I've had that before, quite a few times actually. Evening, Jim. I hope you're good. Thanks for joining. This happens to me a lot. Yeah, sorry, I can't remember what I was talking about at the time. Do apologise. Excuse me. Sorry. What haunted houses you been to, Mickey? Obviously, 30 East Drive. I'd love to watch you investigating more. Haunted houses creep me out more than anything, I think, because you can relate to a house. House-wise, I've done a couple of residential houses in my previous times in the paranormal, but they weren't really filmed, I don't think. Obviously, you do manor houses, things like that. There may be some on my channel, I'm not sure. I'll have to have a look back, to be fair. It's not really that often you get to do a normal house. I think East Drive is the only really normal house that I've filmed in, to be fair. The missing keys. Oh, yeah. It is it's a pain. But a good pain, because obviously, potentially it saved your life. I always think that when you lose stuff and then suddenly it's there again. I always think, you saved my life today. It was behind me in my bedroom. Okay. Had you had any previous relatives die recently? Maybe they were coming to see you to make sure that they let you know they're okay, maybe that they were happy. I've heard that. I heard my daughter call me, went to the bottom of the stairs to say what, then realised she was still at school. Yes, I've had that a few times in my old house where I used to live. There used to be a little boy and little girl that lived in there. To be fair, there was so many spirits in that house. When we first moved in, we had to bless the house. I had to get a witch out to bless the house and all the rooms. And the only room, no, all the rooms were blessed and with spells and crystals, protection crystals put in each room. And the bathroom, the crystal in there disappeared. I don't know why it disappeared. Maybe one of the kids moved it. I'm not sure. And quite often, everyone would be downstairs, and suddenly you'd hear the bath tap, the cold tap on full blast. And it's like, yeah, that's a bit weird. That had happened all the time. It wasn't a long time, but it was happened a few times in a certain 3-month period where it had happened 2 or 3 times a month, and there'd be either nobody in the house apart from me, or we're all downstairs watching telly, watching a film or something in the evening, and you could hear the tap on upstairs. It's like, yeah, okay. And you go up there, and it'd be 7 turns of the tap. So it's not like the pressure has just built up and it's just popped a little bit. And this was on full blast, Weird. And it's funny how that's the only room where the protection crystal was missing, and then things started happening in the bathroom. But yeah, going back to the name calling, I used to be in the bathroom and I would have my name called, like, Daddy. And I think it's my daughter. I'd go out there, there's no one there. I'd open the bedroom door and she'd be asleep. I'm like, okay. And then my son started hearing his name being called. So definitely something in that. But yeah, I've had that before. I have great grandpas, great grandmas that died. Okay, maybe they were calling your name. Did it sound like them? Maybe they're just trying to get attention because they missed you, or just to let you know they're okay. Is your current house haunted, Mickey? I'd be amazed if it wasn't by now. Yes, I believe it is. There are certain things in this house that have been a target for spirits in the past, which I didn't know about. And apparently certain items hold attachments. So actually I think last week, I was in the hallway downstairs getting ready to go out. I put my shoes on, and then to the right of me is like I don't know, 5 to 10 feet, and then you've got the kitchen. And I saw out the corner of my eye, as I was putting my shoes on, just here, I saw a black figure walk past. Now, I thought it was my mum or dad, and I went into the living room and they were sat there, and I said, you haven't moved, have you? I said, no. And I said, well, someone just walked in the kitchen. And I said, oh, yeah, it's back then. So, yeah, there is stuff in my house, stuff walking around. Yeah. I watched the video of you when you went to football. It was an old one. It was good, and especially when you got things through the Frank's box. Yes, the Frank's box. Elliot's in the building. Elliot's Frank's box. One of the original Frank Sumption boxes. Very rare, very valuable. In the tunnels. I'm sure that was the old UK haunted video. Unfortunately, all them videos have been taken down now by somebody out of my control. So all them hundreds of videos over the years, from the beginning to the end, have all gone. I never met you before grandma's and grandpa's dad died. I was really young when they died. Oh, okay. To be honest, I saw a black figure walk past me. I'll be so scared. I'll probably pee myself. To be honest, I'm used to it. I've had it for the last 18 years. So for me, it's okay. Doesn't bother me. It is what it is. Once you understand, I wouldn't say I understand it fully. I understand more than I did before, and probably I understand more tomorrow or the next investigation than I do today. So it's all about experience, all about knowledge, and just doing like anything. You do it. The more you do it, the more you learn, the better at it you are. So I think that is how, that's everything with life, though. You should film an investigation in your own house. That'd be cool, unless you've already done that. I haven't. I have done little bits and bobs. I've done stuff in this room with Janet over there. Evil Janet the doll. I've done stuff downstairs with certain bits, certain items, but I've never done a full investigation of the house. That is a good idea, That could be a possibility when one evening when everybody's out, I could do that. Hold that thought, Ruben. Hold that thought, mate. There could be a video coming soon of the house. It's a good idea, actually. I could put various things throughout the house with trigger objects, etc., locked off cameras and stuff. So, what the history of Ethel and where did you get her from? Yes, you had my Ethel, didn't you? My Ethel doll that I've had for 4 years. At least 6 or 7 years I've had Ethel. and I didn't work with her as much as I wanted to. So let's get back to that a minute. Hello, Alistair. How are you, mate? Long time no speak, man. Hope you're good. Hope you and Penny are loving life. Yeah, so Ethel, like I say, I've worked with her a few times in my old house, never in this house. And I'd like to have done more because like the couple of times I did work with her, like in the video that I put out, I put her next to my dog, and I had an old Radio Shack hack spirit box going. So you get a lot of radio bleed, you put it in AM. It's a bit more slow, and you get more of the words, and it's on the stations longer than it is on an ITC spirit box. So, but it's easier on the ears. It's not that. It's a lot slower. And I can't remember what I was asking, but I was asking something about my dog. Like, who are you next to or something? And it said Jess. Her name is Jess. And then I was like, oh my God, blah, blah, blah. I turned the camera around to talk to me, like to show my excitement and enthusiasm that what had just happened. Turn the camera back around. I said, can you say it again? Who's next to you? And it said, Jess. And it's like, oh my God. So I only used like Ethel a couple of times, unfortunately, and I would have liked to have done more, but personal situations changed. I moved houses. Bad time in my life 4 years ago, nearly 4 years ago. So big upheaval, lots of changes, circumstances, personal work as well. But yeah, Ethel, to be honest, I can't remember the backstory. I got her from somebody in this country, but again, it's like 8 years ago. I can't remember off the top of my head. I may still have the messages when I contacted somebody about the doll. But I do apologize, Emma. I can't tell you anything else really. But hopefully you've had some luck with her. I saw a couple of videos, I think lives you were doing with Ethel, and it would be awesome. Yeah, I'll do that in the house. Ethel is a good one to work with. Definitely something for you to keep going and to start building up a story for yourself. So I think that'd be good to do that. The paranormal is still unknown in many ways. I think to criticize others is very poor. Everyone's experience is different. The unknown of things always has negative. It does, because we don't know anything. We're just like trying to fill in the blanks, really. That's fine. She's sweet. She has been out on investigations too. Yes, just do more. She is one of the best ones that I've had, and I've had I remember one time in my old house, like maybe 10 years ago, 12 years ago, I had a sofa full of supposedly haunted dolls. Absolutely crazy. And I used to film with them. They might even be on this channel. I think on this channel, my Mickey York Ghost Hunter YouTube channel, they are there. And there's lots of haunted doll videos from back in the day. I just don't get the time to do them anymore. Or the locations, really, because maybe in the future, I think in the next few years, my circumstances will probably change again. And I will get an office back, and I can put all my haunted stuff in one place. So, Penny, hello, Penny, how are you? This is the lady that blessed my old house. So yeah, would like to do some ghost hunting stuff in the summer. Been too long, maybe me. Yes, I'd like that. It has been a very long time, Penny. So I'd like that. I enjoyed that. I look forward to that. But yeah, the comments. Why do people need to be negative? You know, I was going through the comments, and I've got 11 minutes, people. 11 minutes to go. Yeah, talking about religion against paranormal beliefs, what's right and what's wrong. I think that was one of the first ones I spoke about. Internet exposures. You'll be found out for faking. You'll get debunked, etc., and you'll be exposed on one of the debunker channels. It's like, shut up. Try it. But the protection jar is still in the garden of that house. It would be buried in there if it was in the ground, wasn't it? I think you put it outside. We don't live there anymore. No one lives there that used to live there. So all the crystals are gone. Scientists might not agree, but the paranormal is basically just science that is beyond our understanding. Everything is science. Exactly. And I think they don't want to find out what it is, because they'll have to really change their whole belief system. And I don't think they're ready for that. I really don't. It's not something that will benefit them. So, but yeah, just the comments. It's just rubbish comments, really, about storytelling. Reactions fake, or you just run around like idiots. And it's like, wow, I've never had negative comments like these before. And also how I speak. I mean, come on. That's just wrong. But you have to put it on a positive comment, positive spin, sorry, on all the negativity. So, and that's what I do. I just laugh. I normally abuse them back and swear at them. Take a screenshot and then delete their comment and then block them. So I've proved my point, but you can't get me back. So yeah, it's toxic right now. It goes to what do they gain from being vile about each other? Too many scammers on the social sites. Yeah, exactly. They're trying to get one up on each other. To be fair. Hello. How would you greet a new guest to your channel? I would say, hello, welcome along. Thanks for joining us this evening. How did you find out about this show? Has it popped up? Has it been shared? Because I'm newcomer to the channel. Thank you so much. Funk Congress. Yeah. Welcome. We accept everybody here. So yeah, so we've got 8 minutes, people. Any questions before we go? Scrolled along, just curious. Oh, that's good. Nice. Yeah, this is a paranormal podcast chatting about different subjects each week within the paranormal field. So whether you like that sort of thing or not, you're welcome. I'd like to go back to the old days, less equipment, just me and my rods in a graveyard at midnight. You can still do that, Penny. Don't worry. I don't understand why people hate watch. It doesn't appeal to me. Nah, it's stupid. I just read about the Brazil aliens. I read something about that, but I wasn't sure what it was. I've never heard this story before. It's a cool one. Yes, aliens are connected with the paranormal. Some people say that ghosts that we see are in fact aliens that come down and visit the planet. So, who knows what's out there? I mean, I do believe aliens are real. I think UFOs definitely are real. We see them all the time now. I don't think that's really in doubt. What aliens are, I don't know. I'm too old now, ready for bed at 9. Oh, I'm ready for bed at 10:30. I've never seen who experienced anything paranormal, but I'd like to. Sometimes it just happens when it happens, to be fair. I think people that look for paranormal happenings, it won't happen for you. You can't make it happen. So, yeah, it's like I say, it will happen when it happens. If you're meant to experience it, you will do. They can't debunk Mickey if the people who are investigating are genuine and honest. Exactly. Like, I've never said anything that I've ever done is fake. I've never shown people that I've been throwing this when the camera's not on, or putting overlays on sounds for a video, which is stupid. What about alien ghosts? Exactly, alien ghosts. That might be what they are. All these ghosts that people are seeing, they're not people from the afterlife after you pass away. They could be something from another planet. Who knows? When you push too hard, spirit moves away. Exactly. When you're desperate, if they feel comfortable, they will come to see you. So in that regard, paranormal is kind of like love. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, it'll happen when it happens. It's never there when I'm looking for it. It's always the way, isn't it? Yeah. No, like I say, people that do try and experience the paranormal, they try too hard. And unfortunately, they get frustrated, they get angry. It doesn't happen. It's got to be the right conditions. And for a spirit, I suppose, whatever a spirit is, to feel comfortable with you, and that they potentially would show themselves or make a sound for you to hear. We've had a few new guests on this evening chatting about this particular subject, things that, like, they're not really seen anything paranormal before or experienced it, but then things suddenly started happening, and that's what we're looking for, really, and that's when it does happen. I know you personally never want to be involved in fakery. True believers and practitioners know what's real and they don't try to pretend. Exactly. It's all to get views, so equals money. Exactly, Alistair, yeah. Thanks for the chat. Maybe I'll see you around. Yeah, thank you for joining. It's been lovely speaking to you. See you maybe next week, next Tuesday, 7:30 UK time. We've got a great guest on, so that's why they fake it. Exactly. Gayla, hello. How are you? Hope you're good. Hope America is fine on this lovely day. We are nearly out, Gayla. 3 minutes. But you can watch on catch up, hopefully. Peace, buddy. Thank you. See you possibly another time. It's been great. Thank you. But yes, guys, any of you watched my Houghton House video that was up last Wednesday? I was there with Mark Williams, and it was a very interesting night. A few good little bits and bobs, nothing major. And yeah, I've got Hellfire Caves video coming up very soon, possibly next week or the week after, depending on life, really, getting in the way or not. Next Tuesday, we have a guest. We have Fiona, who is an author, and she's done a book about cursed and haunted dolls, cursed items, cursed dolls, etc. And I'm in it, and Janet over there is in it as well. And I had to watch my new rescue puppy. That video was great. Thank you, Gayla. Always appreciate the feedback. And rescue puppy. Oh, nice. It's good that you're looking after less fortunate dogs, as it were. It's always good to help out. Or maybe it's your dog, I don't know. My new rescue puppy. Oh, that's lovely. Sorry, it's been a long day. Grave digging. You maybe jump at Hellfire Caves. Scared you from behind the corner. Yeah. Excellent. We'll try and join you next week with our doll, Annie. Yes. Please do that and get in the comments, Penny. 7:30. The 24th, Tuesday 24th, I have Fiona Dodwell on. So she will be a great guest. And we'll be chatting all things haunted dolls, haunted objects, because I love that subject. And a lot of people don't like it, but I do. I've been collecting haunted dolls for over 10 years. So that would be great if you guys can join me next week. Yes, it's 8:30. I am off now. To cut this episode short, I'm going to go watch Emily Paranormal on the Portal to the Paranormal, Nando and Sarah's YouTube channel. I'm going to go watch their video. I'm not sure if they're out and about or it's a podcast show. So little plug there. So guys, thank you so much. Please like this video, share it, subscribe, etc. if you don't already. You guys are awesome. Thank you very, very much for your awesome support. As always, in everything that I do, you guys are the best. Check out Cemetery Walks with Mickey, my other channel, if you don't already. Nice, chilled Sunday evening walks with me. Thank you, Mickey. Thank you, Tracy. Love and light, Mickey. Thank you, Penny. Nice to speak to you again. It's been too long. But yes, guys, I will see you next week, 7:30, Tuesday, 24th. Same where you have found me this evening. I'll see you in a bit. Bye-bye.